Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do the White House one because it's too restrictive. Okay, I kind of put the kibosh on what I was trying to do for the White House. I'm not exactly for sure why they would have it, so you can't go live. Okay, those of you who join me, I'll read your poetry. So as you join, please let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and read a poem real quick here. Just get on over there real quick. See if I have a seat down here real quick. Be patient with me, everybody. I have to get my iPad out. Again, welcome. I'm trying everything fresh and new, trying to figure out how everything's gonna work out here. We're in Washington, D.C. Make sure when you come here that you let me know that you're here. Thank you for your patience. All right, let me turn on my hotspot here on my phone. Again, thank you for your patience. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? You can guys hear what I'm saying now? If you can, say, I can hear you. Good, good. Thank you. Um, I'm sure you guys will quick where I'm at. Give me a chance. I'm in downtown DC, but I put my backpack back on real quick here. Set this down real quick. Okay, guys. Uh, Here's what's going on. I've got the White House here, which is down the street. Now, I can't get too close to the White House because it's sensitive. And if you get too close, it'll shut down the podcast. And then I'll lose everybody in this room. So you can see the White House from a distance. Okay. And I'm going to read some of your poems. Let me get here real quick. Bear with me, guys. I'm really, I'm really having a hard time here. I got to figure out how to search for a poem. Wow. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's see. I don't, I don't see a search option for poems. Wow. Well, okay, guys. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to say that I can't do this because I don't see an option to search for poems on here. So, oh my gosh, guys. And I can't close this out because if I close this screen out, then it stops broadcasting. me see if I can transfer to my iPad. Okay. All right. I've done another one live, so there should be a second one. So if you guys can go to the second one, that would be great. Let me turn this brightness is up. Good. There's a second room, guys. I'm going to have to close this stream so I can go to read your poems. But this is unfortunate. Hey, Matthew. Um, I, you know what? Instead of reading your poems, okay, because we know our poems right now, what I can do is I can just show you some DC, guys, okay? And then for the second podcast, I just go back home because I can't do this right now because it's not working right. So, hi, Matthew, Ashley. I want to say a shout out while you guys are still here to Cracks, Filled with Gold. It's her birthday. I really do want to read your poems, but I can't. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end up having to go back home because I have to figure out how I'm going to be able to read your poems into my live stream unless, let me see if I close this out, well not close this out, but if I minimize this, yeah, see, so that's not going to work either. Yeah, guys, I apologize. I'm going to have to go back home until I can figure this out, unfortunately. Okay, like I said, guys, I can't show you the poems, but what I can do is I can walk around DC. You guys can see DC as you're chatting with one another. I can give you that at least, okay? So you guys can enjoy that. Make sure that we do a shout out to Cracks Filled with Gold for her birthday, because it is her birthday. This is the Church of Scientology. They just remodeled that. I'm going to take you guys to see the Washington Memorial. If I can find it. Again, this is live DC. So if you guys haven't been to DC, yes, happy birthday to Cracks Filled with Gold. I really wanted to do you guys' poetry reading, but I can't close the app because if I close the app, the stream stops. So you're seeing the better part of DC right now. I do have a poem that I can read that I wrote. Let's see if I can pull that up here while you guys are watching this. This one is called um, Cracks Filled with Gold, Happy Birthday. It says, Happy birthday, this is your special day. What can I say except to thank you for your wonderful poetry? Not just to hit on you, but from the heart truly, your works absolutely inspire me purely. And I count it all joy to know you see, because your oblivious nature to the hate, mongering, and maliciousness of humanity encourages me to look beyond this carnal eye and see our species for what it is, not for what it isn't. See this flesh had not always turned angelic for the absolute glory of heaven, but I too had fallen short, now elevated, sitting over a cliff, looking down, or at sea, drifting at 3. I view you too as due a binding gift from God upon your life. You eschew strife and always receive. You fight against the inevitable, yet accept destiny with open arms. And from all harms are your charms most karmic and resound. Gold is found and is now mined from your mind, and is thus taken to new heights, beaten and fashioned into a beautiful work and woman, prized among men and God himself. And the Lord looked upon her, his creation, and said, Behold, I am well pleased. And so I am very proud to call myself, and you as well, to confirm I am at least your friend, if not indeed, nor could ever be anything more. We shall see each other through that door, New Jerusalem into eternity, and with a tight embrace and a long passionate kiss, say it is nice to finally meet out here amongst the stars and journey lockstep, planet to planet, reincarnated until that time we do become one under the sun, not in this life, but another, not asunder. Happy birthday. You may be only a single day older, but your wisdom supersedes your days, and I say things to make you feel joy in ways unknown to anyone but you. Thank you for being a friend. Always believe. I am Michael. I'm going to show you guys the Roosevelt building. Oh, you're welcome, Ashley. You're very welcome. This is not really the way that I had planned this to go today, but I'm certainly trying to make the best of a bad situation. This whole city is just like one big maze. You think that you got to figure it all out, and then you end up saying to yourself, where the hell am I? See, life rarely goes how we plan. It's all good, my friend. Roll with the punches. Well, I'm rolling all right. I'm rolling all right. At least you guys are getting a look in Washington, D.C. That's something. Let's see. Here's one. It says, serving Christ is righteous. Through morning dawning, mist I see, visions of those ones to be, the woes that are mystery, I can't deny that I do see. That life in Christ is shameless, it guides us to these things changes, for I can open up if I so please. And that poem is actually based upon a song that was featured in the series MASH, and it was called Suicide is Painless. I changed the words around. Instead of making it hopelessness, I changed it to be about hope. So you guys get a chance to read that poem, you can keep that in mind. It was about suicide, and instead of suicide, I did it about life. Nice little treat for you guys. Things I like to do. Again, the White House is over here to the right over here. I can't focus on that though, because if I do that, then my live will shut off. So we're gonna head to the left. To the left here. We're gonna go down this street, and we're gonna see where it leads us. More buildings. I believe that off to the right, though, is going to be near the Washington Monument. I think that's where that's at. So, let's see what happens here. Again, this isn't what I intended. I didn't realize that security along the White House, one, would be so strong that it cancels out my video, and two, I didn't know that reading your poems on my phone would close out the video. And then I don't have the search option on my tablet, and it's Apple, so I can't get the app. It's crazy. Okay. Let's see what we got here. And across the street. Now, interesting thing here is we're actually going to be walking around the White House. I'll make sure everybody that you wish Ashley a happy birthday. She's not exactly getting what I had intended her to get. You guys are getting live stream of Washington, D.C., so I'll meet you halfway. If you want to see the man behind the curtain, I'll show you my ugly bug. This is me, the man behind the curtain. I'm just chuckling because I can't read any poems. And I don't have that good of a memory. I don't even remember my own poems, so so I can't I can't quote them for you either. So we're heading somewhere away from where we were. We'll see. We'll see where we end up. See, I normally stay at home all the time. I don't go out for anything except for to get food. So some of the stuff you guys are seeing, I'm seeing for the first time. And it's always in construction too. I've been in DC now for 8 years. I have never been in DC where it wasn't under construction somewhere. And I'm talking major construction too. I'm talking about like high-rise buildings. It's always a high-rise building or something either being made, destroyed, or a combination of getting destroyed and then remade. All the time in DC. Which is interesting because it doesn't do anything for the city. It's like people just have a bunch of money to spend and so they just make, destroy, and remake buildings. It's funny. Okay. Looks like this is Independence Avenue. Yep. This is back behind the White House. The White House over there. This is back behind it. I'm gonna give this guy some change here real quick. Bear with me, guys. How you doing? God bless you. Oh yeah. Keep checking. Thank you for your patience, guys. Those who are still on here, I don't know how many are on here because since there's still 4 people in here, so for those of you who are hanging on, I apologize for the lack of poetry. Wow. Like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go back home and figure this out. I have my tablet and I have Wi-Fi through my hotspot, but my hotspot ain't gonna last forever. I think I only got like 2 gigabytes of hotspot, so I can't live stream with just 2 gigabytes. It's enough to read your poems, but I can't figure out a way how to search for your poems on my tablet. I can read my poems, but that's boring. So this is the Department of the Treasury. Yeah, IRS. This is an anathema to anybody who doesn't want to pay taxes. You don't want to see this building. I'm following a group of people. I'm assuming that they're going this way for a reason. We'll find out when we get there. I don't know where a lot of the locations are in this city because I don't go anywhere. So I'm a stranger in a strange land that I live in. And it's just funny when you think about it. I could look at a building straight at it and be like, okay, because there's a building right over there. I know it's an important building, but from this distance, I don't know what it is. This is something. Again, I don't know what it is. What they need is like, like they give people name tags. They give people name tags. So what they need is, they need to have like a big old sticker on each one of these buildings to say, this is what the building is. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what that is. scoop this around for you. I don't know what building that is. If somebody's taking pictures of it, it must be important. I just don't know what it is. Something. Well, you guys probably know more than I do. What is that building? Huh?
Treasury.
Oh, it's the Department of Treasury. Okay. Well, now I know. Uh, let's see. Something over here. I don't know what it is. Uh, let's see. I don't know what this is over here. Something. I'm assuming something's gonna happen over here because there's a large crowd of people over here. But I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be an alien landing. You never know. Let's see. Oh, I said no. Wait, I thought I was. I almost tripped over a root. The Washington Monument.
Are you staying with your group? Listen.
That wasn't me, that was Jake that you're talking to.
Traffic congestion. Let's see. So we'll head over to the Washington Monument if I don't get hit by a car. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up having to go back home when this ends because I don't have the ability to search for poems on my tablet. And if I close this out, then I won't be able to live stream. So I'll let you guys see as much as DC as I can. I don't know what this stuff is over here. All I know is this is building A, this is building B, this is building C. And I don't have to work there. That's all that I know. That's the Washington Monument over here. This area right here is usually reserved for like speakers. Like if the vice president wants to say something or the president wants to say something, they'll reserve all of this. It's like the park area, and they'll reserve this area for like live broadcasts for important things like right to life or abortion or anti-abortion or anything like that. It'll be in this area. I went to a anti-abortion right to life event one time, and it was right here. For those of you who are still on here, I'm going to show you a real treat because I can't read your poems. I forgot that it's down here. I'm going to show you one of the newest buildings here in DC. It's the African American Memorial Museum. So if you're still here, and it looks like there's 4 people, if you're still here, I'm going to show you the African American Memorial Museum, which is right over here, further down, the brown building. But I'm going to get closer so you guys can see it. I can't go inside because you have to have a ticket. But I can definitely show you the outside of the building, and it's fantastic. It's a great tribute to all the African Americans. If you haven't seen it, you're going to see it. This, of course, is the Washington Monument right over here. I'm going to get as close as I possibly can so you can see both of these buildings. Again, happy birthday, Ashley. I'm so sorry. It was my intent to do a poetry reading. And we just kind of like shot out to hell. But it is what it is. I don't know what that is over there. The building over there in the distance. I don't know what that is. Again, that's the African American Memorial Museum right there. You guys are kind of like getting a walkthrough. It is. You guys can leave more comments too. It lets me know that you're still here. It looks like there's only one person here now, so. That is the Washington Monument right here. And then this is the African American Memorial Museum right over here. I've been in there one time, and it was really, really fun. This is the Washington Monument here. If you haven't seen it, there it is. African American Memorial Museum. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to look for a metro station. I'm going to take this one back home. Then at 3 o'clock, I'm going to get my second phone. I'm going to get that charged up. And then I'll take that phone and we'll do the poetry reading that one in the Lincoln Memorial. Because this was a bit disappointing. Just see me walk around talking about nothing. It's not entertaining. Never is. That's why these types of podcasts fail. There's another look right there, African American Memorial Museum with the Washington Monument. We'll just let this go until my phone starts to run down, so you guys can see. If you guys, those who are watching it live, great. Those who are not watching it live, who are watching the replay, you can be tickled pink because things did not go the way that I wanted it to go, but I'm sticking with it anyway because I don't have much of a choice. I promised you I would be live, and so I'm live. Kind of cool. You know the messed up thing about DC is that when you want to find a metro station, you can't find one. When you don't want to find a metro station, they hit you in the butt. I mean, you just turn around and bam, there it is. But when you want one, it's like it's hidden. They're gone. Let's see what we got here. But that's okay. Just taking a stroll in Washington, D.C. Crazy drivers here, by the way. That's why I call it Washington, D.C. Nobody cares. It's up to anything but themselves. I think this is a hotel. Oh no, it's U.S. Customs and Border Control. Okay, well, so now you get to see that. Congratulations. Let's see. Basically, this is a treat for anybody who's never come to DC or anybody who's living in another country. That's what this is. That you're able to see this country live. Uh, it's not Fiji for sure. It's not Hawaii. But it is the capital of the most powerful nation on earth, so we say. So there's a statue. I don't know what that statue is of, but it's of something. So Hoover Building here. There you go. You can see that. Pretty neat. I only know it's a Hoover Building because it says the Hoover Building. So I know one building out of what, 20? Well, I think once I get home and get my other phone, I might get more lucky and be able to actually do the Lincoln Memorial correct. Let's see what we got with these chats. Yeah, I don't see any new chats. Good morning. Life really goes, as we know. Well, I got to tell you, this was a bit of a disappointment. Yeah. The best intentions, the best laid plans are almost always going to be a disappointment. And it usually has it with, the good people who try to do these things. It just doesn't work out the way that they want. It should, but it's almost as if the cards were not designed to allow that to happen. So we failed. So now I'm going to head home. And hopefully we can get this right. Plus I messed up my shoes being out here, so I'm going to have to get a new pair of shoes. When it rains, it pours. Thankfully, it's not raining today. That's a surprise. But it is unseasonably warm today. That's not a surprise. This is a John Wilson building. Again, I know because that's what it says. It's a John Wilson building. There's a specific poem that I want to read in the 8 to 10 slot, which is by Relic Prodigy. So I want to make sure I at least get that one in correctly. But the 3 to 5 should be okay if I can get home, if I can find a metro station and get home in time to get my phone off charge. Oh no, it's going over here. Something over there.
For the whole trip, yeah.
You know, you would assume if you go further enough into DC, that you'll find a metro station. That's the premise that I'm working on. And if I walk far enough into DC, before I come to the other side of DC, I'll see a metro station. How much you want to bet that I don't? I'm laughing because if I don't laugh, I'll cry. I'll tell you why. My shoes are destroyed. So now I gotta replace my shoes. These are $50 shoes. All because I'm running around here looking like a jackass. Because I can't read poems. This is the Ronald Reagan Building and International Trade Center. I don't know what the rest of the buildings are because there's no label, but hey, they're buildings. Something else to consider here too is that in Washington DC, you'll see a lot of these buildings on the bottom. There'll be like stores and restaurants and shopping centers, but they're high-rise buildings, and so it makes you wonder, okay, if the store is on the bottom and there's 10 floors above it, what's in these floors above it? Are they apartments? Are they houses? People live there? Or you know what? I'm a conspiracy theorist. Maybe it's Secret Service. Maybe it's, I don't know, extraterrestrial, something. Because you look at these buildings and only the lower levels are stores. But then there's all this extra space up at top. So what is it? And I've been into these stores too. The stores are only one level. The postal service here. This is crazy. Yeah. I'm almost glad that I can't see anybody laughing at me looking for a metro. Hi, Aaron. I'm so embarrassed. I can't. Maybe there's a metro down this way. I'm gonna get hit trying to cross the street. Okay. 12th in Pennsylvania. Huh. I'm gonna take a gamble across the street here. Maybe I'll run into a metro center. I get the feeling that when I come back on Poetizer, I'm gonna be getting all these poems about that idiot Michael who walked around DC looking for a metro station, couldn't find it, took him 2 hours to find one, couldn't do any poetry reading for Ashley. So I'm not really looking forward to that. Wow. Well, that's Hotel Harrington. I can't believe that I'm getting likes on this. This is just righteously hilarious. Because my one and only goal is to find a metro station so I can go home, get my other phone, get to the Lincoln Memorial before 3. Okay, let's see. Walk down here. Ollie burgers, those are good. Um, well, we continue the journey. No metro station. Now, good thing I think I'm heading towards Chinatown, DC. So there's a metro there for sure. This is Harry's. I've eaten here before. Harry's Bar and Grill. It's a good place to eat. But I'm not advertising because I'm not getting paid for that. So I'm looking for a metro station.
Alright, so ready?
Let's see what we got here. Across the street here. Look at all the people out here. Oh my God.
That's like a yellow light for a traffic light.
Huh. Well, the national debt is $31 trillion. That's nice to know. And growing. See, you learned something new today.
I basically said not gonna look at
Okay. We are still trying to find a metro station. I just walked at least 2 miles. No metro station. I might as well walk home. Okay. You guys, what is that? What was that? What was that? Somebody cooked something. Yeah, somebody cooked something. I am so embarrassed. uh, where, where are the gosh darn metro stations? Are you kidding? I'm already stopped somebody and say, hey, do you know what a metro station is? This is crazy. I'm going. Get me out of my misery. Now I'm flip-flop with shoes. Okay. This is close to Chinatown.
I'll go do it.
Once I get to Chinatown, I can find my way. Oh my gosh. See, you know what it is? This is karma. when you when you try to do something nice for people, you get slapped in the face. Okay, that's a cool building right there. I've seen that building a lot. Uh, what's going on down there? Uh, I just don't know what that metro station is. That is a museum down here.
Outside.
Who said that? Who's
They don't know what shit at.
uh,
Oh, that you really don't know what.
China or Russia probably took Washington Metro Station away. And you're probably right. So I feel like I'm playing this Where's Waldo thing. You know what I bet? I'll bet it's actually one block over to the left or one block to the right. Sorry. And I've missed it. I'm not gonna go down that alley. Uh-uh. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. There were rats here in DC. Since you're here, I'll just tell you, there are rats here in DC. And I mean rats. No, you don't know what I'm talking about when I say these rats. Have you ever seen a rat with a humpback? Okay, humpback rats are bad enough. I have seen rats so big that they had two humps. Huge, huge rats. Make a cat run away scared. Screw a cat, a dog will run away scared. And they jump. A lot. Anyway, when they're going down an alley, because I don't want to see them. Okay. Coming to the more familiar area that I'm familiar with, which is Chinatown. So I know there's a metro station around here somewhere. I think the Spy Museum is right up here. Shake Shack, I'm almost tempted to go in there and get something to drink, but I won't. If you must suffer, I must suffer with you. That's the American Art Museum right over there. I've been in there before. It's a good museum, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a metro station. Good news is we're heading in the correct direction. Technically, we would always be heading in the correct direction because sooner or later, traveling around the world, I'm going to eventually hit some type of a metro station. It might not be from the United States, but it'll be a metro station. I think that's it over there. We'll soon know. I don't know what that is down there. Something. Yeah, I think that's a metro station right over here. That was crazy. Oh my gosh. I just like walked around the better part of DC finding a metro station. Okay. I don't know what you guys see in this video to like the video because I spent the better part of an hour. Has it been an hour? I spent an hour looking for a metro station. You guys are crazy. Oh, there's a metro station there. And I'm not a young pup anymore. Having to walk this much, I'm tired. I worked at this hotel right here, by the way. I worked there a week ago. It was not fun valeting vehicles in that area. So, fun. I'm going to get on to this metro. And for those of you who've never been on a subway, you're going to see what it's like to be on a subway. This is hilarious. Okay, so this is the Gallery Place Chinatown Metro. For those of you who are still watching, God help you if you are. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here on this metro. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. I wanted to read you poems, and instead I took you on a tour, a badly guided tour of DC. Instead of reading your poems. How was that for proper planning? Huh? How was that for proper planning? How was that for proper planning? Nah, not at all. Alright. And I gotta put money in my smart trip card, so you get to see me do that too. This is crazy. Okay. I'm so embarrassed. You guys just don't know. I'm tripping over my shoes when my shoes is coming apart. Okay. Ridiculous. I feel so stupid. I can't believe I just did that on live camera. Okay. Well, so this is a subway station. This is crazy. So this is the Gallery Place Metro Station. We're taking the green line. To Branch Avenue. Now, you should know that going under these tunnels, I might lose my connection. And if I do, I apologize. but I'll pick right back up once it gets reconnected. You guys are actually seeing the way that I go home at times. I go from Gallery Place, Chinatown, back to Alabama Avenue. You're actually seeing the inside of the DC subway station. For those of you who live in another nation, you probably don't know what this is because you've never seen one before.
If you know more.
But I see it all the time. All day, every day. But I'm from the Midwest. So I didn't see this before. Before I came to DC, I had no idea what a subway was. I seen it on TV. I didn't see it in person.
That's what I said too. Go this way. So where are we going? Just walking.
I can't believe this. This is so embarrassing. What's this say? I don't know what that said. Interesting, huh? I'm glad somebody thinks it's interesting. This is crazy. I did not plan on this. Okay, so I'm gonna stay right here. By the way, guys, I'll give you some information about the subway. Gallery Place, Chinatown. I don't like coming to this one because they pee everywhere. That's right. It smells like urine down here right now. It's a nasty smell. It's the worst one that they have in DC. And out of all the metros, I came to this one because I knew where it was. How long do we have to wait for this train? One time I waited for 45 minutes. I'll die if I have to wait that time. That's the subway station for you. I suppose I can see if I can get another one. My phone's on here. Let's see. It's just absolutely ridiculous what I went through today because I had a plan just right. What I was going to do, how I was going to do it, and I can't figure out how to search for poems on my tablet. I don't think it's possible. Now I can't even look at my own poems. You guys, when you go into Poetizer, be kind to me. Don't laugh, don't poke fun. Say, Brother Michael, he had the best intentions. Even though he looked like a jackass, live, we won't poke fun at him. I want to see how long it's going to take for this train to come. If it's more than 10 minutes, I'm walking home. I think we're in luck. I think it's 7 minutes. Okay, 7 minutes. 7 minutes. I just want to tell you guys, I'm not going to make this mistake again. For the 3 o'clock showing, if I don't figure out how to do the poetry reading and do this live cast, I'm just going to do it at home because it's not working out right like it's supposed to. Yes, I know. I'll see you later, Ashley. So, guys, I apologize that you had to see what you see today. Me look like a fool because I can't read the poetry. At least you got a good chuckle. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna go back down here. Happy birthday, Ashley. I'm so sorry. You know, I have a coworker that's probably watching this too, and he's probably getting a good chuckle out of this. I'm gonna get it in the ear when I go back to work. We're supposed to be at the White House. Instead, I'm standing in probably urine. They don't clean the subway station this early, so if there's liquid on here, it's probably not water. It's fluid, but it's not water. Oh my goodness. Well, next stop is home. Oh my gosh. I am so embarrassed, guys. I am so embarrassed. My intent was to read from the White House, but you guys got to see. Yes, it is. I'll show you. There's a wetness down here on the floor. That's not water. Okay? They don't wash the floors this early. I inadvertently stepped in it and I got flip-flops on some shoes. It's not pretty. Where is this train? So, why do I have this? It's kind of like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of Tootsie Roll Pop? The world may never know. I don't have one, don't know why I have it. Because Poetizer is very unfriendly to Apple. Yes. What is taking this train so long? Let's find out. I said it was going to be 7 minutes, 8 minutes ago. Two minutes left? That's the longest 5 minutes I've ever heard of in my entire life. The next one's gonna be better, guys. I'm sorry. Next podcast is probably gonna be either my apartment or the Lincoln Memorial. I'm gonna get my second phone and I'm gonna see if I can do my poem for my second phone. Because I won't be able to stream from that phone because it's a cheap phone. But at least I can look at the poem. That'll be good. I had to charge the phone first, so it was dead. A Shrek shirt. Yay! Oh, Aaron. I have no idea. This is live, okay? Which means some poor schmo from Kokomo, and I'm not talking about here in America, some poor schmo, probably from Nicaragua, is watching me right now with my curly hair, looking like the proverbial jackass, because I couldn't do my poetry reading. Ah! Here comes the train. I can't believe it. Yay! Okay. All hush hush now. God forbid anybody should be on camera. What the hell is this? Nobody knows. If I lose connection, I apologize. Not the one. This is not Lincoln Memorial. I'm sitting in a subway car with flowers on the wall. I'm not happy. Who puts flowers on a subway car? This is what your taxpayer dollars go to. You gotta see this. There's flowers on the wall of this car, and not only that, there's flowers on the outside of this car. Who does that?
Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car.
I wonder if there's flowers that scratch and sniff. You know, you go scratch them and you can smell them. Like Willy Wonka. Probably not. If we got a $31 trillion deficit, we can't afford it. Poor children, you're spending your time watching somebody do subway train. The flower. Flowers. Flowers.
Really good.
I'm tempted to get off this train and wait for the next one. But the next one's 8 minutes away. I don't want to wait.
Doors opening. Step back to allow
Flowers.
customers to
Next stage 4, green action, right.
Ashley's gone, but happy birthday, Ashley. I'm so embarrassed. You know, the next time that I want to do something, I'm just not do it. Instead of being a promise keeper, I'll be a promise breaker. I'll promise to do something, and then I'll do it. This is what happens when you keep your promise. It's written down somewhere. Somewhere up there, someone's having a good laugh at my expense. You can just see the on the train. I've been in Washington, D.C. for 8 years, 2014.
When boarding, please move to the
Almost 9 years. I've never seen a train, ever, that had flowers inside of the train. I've never seen it.
step back. Doors closing.
Not even good looking flowers. You guys are still here. I thought that the room would be cleared by now. You're still here. I guess I promised you would show up at 12 o'clock, so you're expecting to show up at 12 o'clock. If only I could actually see and hear you guys laughing, because I know somewhere somebody's laughing. I'm supposed to be reading poems for Ashley. So instead of reading poems for Ashley, just turn into a day in the life of a poet. An idiot poet.
Stay down,
There's still 3 people here. What are you doing? You have nothing else better to do than just to see me sitting on the subway train going home. If that's the case, I'm sorry. Let's see what we got here. Everyone's still here.
Step back to allow customers to when boarding, please move to the center of the car.
This is crazy. This is really crazy.
Doors closing.
Alright. I'm so disappointed. I have to buy new shoes now. Because when I was crossing the street, it got caught on a brick. And so the edge of the shoe ripped. So now I'm kind of like wearing flip-flops for my shoes. And I don't have time to buy it today, so I have to wear these the rest of the day and buy them tomorrow. Kind of cool. There's a movie, and it's called Collateral Damage with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. It's a good movie. And the movie ends up in a subway car. It's a subway car scene. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. You better time watching that than watch the week. Well, you did get to see the White House, you saw the Washington Monument, and you saw the African American Museum, and a couple other places. But it was my intent to read poetry to feel good about that. It's probably going to lose connection here, so if it does, I apologize. But it's good for me. So, this is what I take to go home every day. This is the mode I take the subway to go home from work. For those of you who haven't been on the subway before, this is your first time, this is what I do. So basically, I'm giving you a virtual reality of what it's like to be me. So, it looks like we're going to come up Congress Heights here, pretty close to where I live. And you're going to see the house that I live in real time. And you'll be able to see that, yes, Irving do indeed lives as a pauper, because I am a pauper. I live in Southeast DC, so now when somebody asks me, where do you live, or how do you live? And I tell you that I live in the poor part of DC, you'll know. So, coming up out of the station, I live in Congress Heights. That's not a good sign to see Congress Heights, but this is where I live. So you say, hi Michael, how you doing? Oh, Michael, would you read me a poem, or would you comment on my poem? I'm reading and commenting your poem on the forest side of DC. There's gunshots every night. There's a killing every night. And because we're all poor. So I stay locked up in my apartment all the time. Only time I come out is when I'm hungry, or when I just can't afford to get it delivered. And then I'll come out, I'll sneak out. I'll wear my hair all wild, or a hat so nobody messes with me thinking I'm crazy. Now, you guys are going to be able to see what it looks like in the south side of DC. I didn't expect you to be seeing this, but since you're still here, I live about 7 to 10 minutes away from the station. Basically, you guys got a virtual tour of what I go through every day. Except for the White House. You get to see the White House and all that. I don't see that every day. But since nobody important lives there now anyways. Okay. Now, for those of you who are interested, this is the area that I live in. You can see a marked difference than the uppity town of DC. So this is me. I live in Southeast DC. So what you see here, get this turned around here for you. Okay. What you see here and what you hear here is what I see and hear every single day. Now I live 2 blocks away from a fire station. So I hear an ambulance, a police car, a fire truck once every 5 to 15 minutes. Guaranteed. Got another like. What? So, you guys remember what it looked like back by the White House? It doesn't look like that here. Okay, so I speak out about racial disparity and racial discrimination all the time. Yeah, just an illegal move there. I speak about racial disparity and racial discrimination all the time. Now, don't you guys think it's a bit racial to put all of us African Americans in one single small location just across the border of Maryland? There's something wrong with that. This is our nation's capital, and we're definitely racially divided. Now, this whole area that you see, this whole area here, used to be complete swamp. And by swamp, I mean swamp. I mean, literally, it was all wet land. Basically, the people who developed on this land, it was land that they didn't want. So, just a little bit of history of, African Americans here having to go through this swampland. The mosquitoes are bad, the ticks are bad, the fleas are bad, the grasshoppers, the locusts, everything is bad in this area. The only good thing about this area is I like fireflies, so there's fireflies here, that's great. This building here is brand new because they're doing what I like to call gentrification. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get all of us who live here to leave this area so that they can put other people in here. If you haven't seen a movie called Boys in the Hood, I suggest you see it. Because it's the same principle. We have to move in order for a new group of people to move into this area. And 99% of us don't own the home that we live in we rent. So it'll be easy for them to move us out. Simply tell us our lease is up, you need to move. So just a little bit of history. I'm heading down this street because this is where I live. I live on Alabama Avenue, just a couple blocks down here. And by the time I get there, it should be almost 12 o'clock. So basically, I give you guys a virtual tour of how I go home, the life of a poet, basically. Instead of reading your poem, instead of reading your poems like I was wanting to. That there is what remains of St. Elizabeth. Now here's a little bit of backstory for St. Elizabeth here. It's it used to be a mental hospital. Now there's still some process going on there, but John Hinckley, the guy who tried to shoot Reagan, was sent here to St. Elizabeth Hospital. And I think like maybe a few years ago, he was set free and he was removed from St. Elizabeth. But for a while, I was living in the same city, in the same location where John Hinckley was staying. And I didn't know about it. Not that it would matter if I did, but I didn't know about it. These apartments are brand new. Like I said, they're gentrifying this area. Those are really expensive. Nobody who's a native from these parts can afford to be in these apartments. That's why they're all empty right now. So when COVID shut down DC, all the buses used to be for free. You can get on the bus and pay for anything for it. Once COVID was over, it went from free to being $3 a ride on a freaking bus. So I don't take the bus anymore. But these apartments are nice. This light here that you're seeing didn't used to be here when I first moved here. They installed this light recently, like within the last 2 years. These two buildings here, that you see here, these used to be bunkers, and they changed them into apartment buildings. So, I'm almost home. You're able to see what I live in when I get home. And that'll be the end of it. You actually got to see. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm just so embarrassed. This is not what I was trying to do. This is a nice church right here. Right over here is a nice church. It's a good church. Community of Hope. Good church here. I just, you know, well, I don't know what to say. Except that I'm sorry. First of all, I didn't know that the security was going to be that big around the White House. It shut down my camera, so I had to leave. We've been around the White House. And then I realized that I can't leave this app because if I leave this YouTube app, it closes the app and I can't read your poems. Then I didn't realize that I can't do a search on Poetizer on my tablet. And wouldn't you know it, there's a siren. I told you, every 5 to 15 minutes there's a siren. So, for those of you who ask, why don't you sleep? That's why I don't sleep. You know? There's a certain amount of non-serendipity about this whole thing because the ambulance just stopped in front of my apartment building. It just gets better and better. Huh, thank God it's not my building. It's the one next door. It just stopped in front of my apartment. Okay. So for those of you who are still here, God forbid you are, so this is the apartment building that I live in. So I've taken you completely home. This is where I live in. I'm gonna go up here with my 5 likes and my incredibly embarrassed demeanor because I couldn't give you what I wanted to give you, which was poetry. God forbid I should give you what I wanted to give you. Hopefully my other phone is charged so I can go to the Lincoln Memorial. The life of a poet. It's not a good thing. Anybody aspiring to be a poet, you're making a grave mistake. Because this is what you get. Better to be a farmer and till the ground the rest of your days than to be a poet. Well, guys, this is the end of our session. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's not what I intended. And hopefully at 3 o'clock, I'll be at the Lincoln Memorial. If not, I'll be here. We'll see what happens. Pray for me. Bye for now, everybody. I'm so sorry. Try not to laugh too hard.